is lights out, and away we go here at the Red Bull Ring. And who's going to get the lead in the first corner? Looks like Bernard's got a very good start indeed, but I know for a fact that Lopez will try and hang it around the outside into the first corner. He's going to go for it. Lopez takes lead, and Chung is up to second place. What a start for the Lamborghini driver. It's a good yellow flag into the first corner. We've already got an accident. But an amazing start for little Chinese Patel, who's out of the race. The other Lamborghini who's been frustrated in the last few races is out as Byrne gets back on the inside.
And he got ahead of Roke. What happened here? Oh, the Aston Martin tagged the Haas.
As there's lots of overtaking going, lots of people trying to overtake Cubot, trying to look to the inside of Jesus Perrin, and a bit of contact there. That'd be a bump and run, a little bit more contact there, and it pushes Perrin wide, and Perrin has been mugged as a result of that. A little bit cheeky there from David Cupot, but the move has been done. But Gally's going to take full advantage of this now to go side by side down towards turn 3, and Gal gets the place up into fourth, Quag into the first corner. Let's see, De Rosa was trying to have a go at him up towards Remus. He was on the inside, and it looks like he's going to get the move done here, and I think he has. Yeah, he pinched Carr there, and as a result, Roke also said, thank you very much, I'll take P10 with ease. Carr has not had a very good start to this race, and he's got 27 laps of fuel, so that's a 2-stop really. He's not like he's on a 1-stop. As you can see, it's under a second now between the top two. You can see how quick both Byrne and Lopez are. They've just broke away from the rest of the packers. Now Roke is on the inside of David Cubot into the second last corner. Cubot makes a little bit of an error, but Roke is now up into 8th place, and he's on a charge, and he needs to really, after what was a very disappointing qualifying yesterday. Somewhere on the racetrack, and now he sets his sights on Jesus Perrin here as Roke now on the inside of the Renault driver. He is on the charge at the moment. Meanwhile, Griffiths has overtaken Willows, unseen by the cameras, but down the inside goes Roke, and that is P6. He is making good progress at the moment after what was a tricky qualifying for him. His next target is Jake Galloway in the Ferrari. Right on the inside of the Lamborghini coming to turn 1. We'll have to wait to see. Coming out of the final turn, and now onto the pit straight we will go now, and up towards the Nicky Lauda curve we will go as Gally's now on the inside. The power of the under engine definitely trying to help him out here as he goes down the inside of the Lamborghini, and that is P3 for the 2009 World Champion. Gal up into 3rd position, and he's once again having another great race here at Austria. Chung covers that one off as they make their way up towards the Remus curve now. Then all this is doing is allowing...
Ooh, someone has a problem.
Oh, that's Willows. Joseph Willows out of race, and Vaderi has also lost his front wing. I wonder if it's because he got caught with some damage. But now, was that a crash from Willows, or was that a mechanical failure?
Wrong place, wrong time.
He could have been in a lot of trouble there, given the yellow flags are out at the final 2 corners there. But, sorry, what was that? Sorry, I missed that.
Burns coming in this lap. Just saw pit go for him.
Meanwhile, Galloway, that was a little bit tight, but he's got the move done. He's up into 4th place, and now look who's ready to pounce because of that pinch. It is now Roke who's trying to attack Chung for P5 now then, as Roke tries to look to the outside of the Lamborghini driver, but can't get the move done. Very calculated there for the Welshman. Now, Evan Byrne, the championship leader, is now into the pits for Red Bull as he looks to try and see. We think this is a free stop for the Red Bull driver as he looks to try and make the strategy up. But meanwhile, his teammate, Roke, is now on the inside of Lower Chung, and that's an easy move there for the Red Bull driver, using the advantage of that Honda engine to get up into 5th position, and he's gained another place as a result. 25 laps worth of fuel for Evan Byrne in the other Red Bull car now then, so I think that is a free stop for the Irishman. 6.9 seconds is the pit stop. Let's see where he's going to emerge then after this stop now then, as he will crawl down the pit lane. Looks like another pit call. I think that might be for Felix Sontag, because, or it could be for an AlphaTauri. In fact, I'm not sure. No, I think it's for a Williams. In fact, I might be wrong. But anyway, Byrne now then coming out of the pits, and he's going to come out in what it looks like is 10th place, just behind David Cupot, the one-stopping David Cupot, I must point out there at the moment for the Ferrari driver. Meanwhile, the gap 11.4 between Lopez and Gowers. Meanwhile, Roke has got a run on Galloway again. Is he going to get the move done again? Galloway moves his car to the right, but has Roke got enough car alongside to finally get through? The answer to that is no, but Galloway has gone wide, and Roke says thank you very much, and he threw into 3rd. So finally, after being stopped behind him for a few laps, Roke is up into 3rd place. Now his next target is Miklos Gal in the AlphaTauri. Into the pits, so he's first of what we think is 2 stops today. We think he's on a split strategy compared to Evan Byrne, because we think that Byrne is on a 3 stop today in this Grand Prix. Let's see how quick this stop is going to be then from the Mercedes mechanics, as Lopez now then will soon pull into his box, which he does now. Of course, George Roke is also coming in, but he's a bit too far behind, so he's not going to interfere with Lopez's pit stop at all now then. So Lopez puts on a fresh tyre, 40 laps, so he's going quite long on this second stint, so that is obviously a 2-stop, so he's looking to pit around about lap 58 or lap 59. Gal, meanwhile, comes into the pit, so it is a long stop, but Lopez he's been held up by Gal. That could help Byrne as a result of that. He had to wait for Gal, so maybe a little bit of a tactical thinking there from the sister team as Gal comes in. I wonder if he's going to do something similar to Franco Lopez, but where is Evan Byrne on the racetrack now then, as Byrne is coming onto the pit straight, but I think Lopez is already at pit exit, isn't he? And yes, he is, so Lopez is still going to stay in front of Evan Byrne as a result, so Byrne has got to do the chasing on track, and I think Lopez has actually pulled a bit of a gap onto Byrne as a result, because Byrne has had all that traffic to deal with. Gal, he's had 34.9, so he's going a little bit less than Lopez, so he's going around about 6 laps less, but still quite a long stint for the Hungarian to try and see if he can get a podium, as Roke joins in 13th place, and he's also doing something similar.
He's not far off. This next pit window, we have yellow flag, and it's Valdinga. He's lost a piece of his front wing. What's happened to him? Could be slow, and he's out.
He's out of the race. It's clearly he misjudged that bump on there, and I wonder if that's a driver error or he's made contact with someone at the pit entrance. Roke, who was trying to get through on the inside, and Roke says, "What on earth are you doing there?" And barging out of the way. Roke is lucky he didn't get any damage, but clearly Bence was flustered there and went for a spin, and as mentioned, misjudged this bump where the old pit entrance used to be. Perrin's got a problem! Perrin's got a gearbox problem, so that's one way for Lopez to dispose of the Spanish driver, and Hazen Perrin once again with mechanical problems. He retired last week as well, and once again mechanical failures strike Renault, and it's another gearbox issue of the Mercedes on this occasion, and surely he's going to once again go for a move up towards the first corner now. Then down the pit straight we go. Byrne in the slipstream. He's going to go to the inside of Franco Lopez. Lopez tries to shut the door, but Byrne is already on the inside. He's pitting at the end of this lap as Byrne now takes the lead of the race, or does he? Because Lopez is still sticking with him now as they go side by side towards Rima's curve now then. But I think Byrne has just got the momentum on the straight, and he takes the lead, but it's not going to be for much longer, Rob, because Byrne is pitting at the end of this lap. 29 laps, so yep, that confirms it is a free stop for Evan Byrne, so he'll be pitting in around about, I think, lap 60 or so, so he'll be pitting quite late, but Byrne finishes his pit stop, so that's roughly in sync with where Lopez is pitting, if not a couple of laps more than when Lopez is going to pit. So where is Byrne going to emerge now then? After this pit stop now then, as he makes his way up the hill, it looks like he's going to come out in, I think, he's actually going to come out, behind. Is he going to rejoin behind Carr, or is he going to be ahead of Carr? He's going to be ahead of Carr at this point, so Byrne rejoins in 7th behind the one stopping Davy Kupak, so to the back, Mikolas Gal's AlphaTauri as they now come out of the final turn. Is Galloway going to go for a move here on Mikolas Gal now as he looks now to the inside of the Hungarian? He's down the inside. Gal is too late to go for a defense. Down the inside. Has Galloway got the place? And yes, he has he? Or Gal is still trying to stick with him. Coming out the exit, and Roke is also there to pounce to see if anything can happen, and Gal could be in danger of being mugged here. Gal is through, and so is Roke, I think, as well. Yes, he has. So Gal has been mugged by both Galloway and Roke took full advantage. But either way, Roke and Galloway are in. Now, is the garage advantage going to work out here for George Roke? Let's see. As he puts on a fresh set of tyres, of course, he is going to fuel to the end of the race. Same with Jake Galloway in front. But is it going to be enough for Roke to jump Galloway in the pit? As it's 6.9 seconds. Has he done enough? And yes, he has. The garage advantage has played into an effect. And Roke has finally got the jump on Jake Galloway. And, well, he's finally got by on the Ferrari driver there after being stuck behind him for a very long time.
He has indeed, and let's see if he can pull away from Galloway.
At the end of this lap, but Chung isn't. I hope this doesn't end in a pit lane calamity here between these two, because Chung is not pitting, of course, but she's on the inside of Mikolas Gal. Can she get the move done before Gal has to go into the pits? And she does, thankfully. Jesus Christ, I thought for a minute there, oh, Gal, keep it together. Thank God for that. I thought for a minute that I was going to end in disaster for Gal, but thankfully it didn't, and Gal is now into the pit for AlphaTauri. So let's all breathe a sigh of relief there, as Gal did not get caught out by that pit lane entrance. But that might have cost him time, though, in comparison to both Galloway and Roke. And in fact, that might actually drop him a little bit further behind. But he will have fresher tyres, although it is 1 lap fresher tyres compared to Galloway. So let's not count him out of a podium just yet in this race.
Prepare yourself for the first gear.
Yeah, can't rule them out. Let's see what they can do.
As Carr is now coming to the pits for Mercedes, both Roke and Galloway should get through. In fact, Gal is only just there, in fact, and Gal only just able to stay in front. So it does make you wonder, if Chung didn't get by on Gal there, would he have got back in front of Galloway? For her second and final stop of the day now then, and it'd be very interesting to see where she rejoins in comparison to Miklos Gau, of course, who she was trying to catch up to before the pit stops happened here. So she now pulls into a box of fresh set of tyres and fuel, go on to the Lamborghini. Where is she going to rejoin? Obviously, fuel to the end of the race. It's going to be a little bit of a short fuel stint here. 5.2, very quick stop from the Lamborghini mechanics. Where is she going to emerge? Both Roke and Galloway are going to get through pretty easily, and I would imagine Gal is as well. Yeah, Gal goes through, but now the chase is on, really, for Laura Chung with the fresher tyres to catch up onto Miklos Gau here, as she's obviously going to be quicker than the three in front, so that could help. That could go towards her advantage. So
18.6. Blackburn did gain another 3/10, so I think Lopez got this one in the bag.
For Red Bull Racing, and yes, he is. So where is he going to emerge in comparison to this lot? They've already gone through, but how far is he away from Laura Chung, of course, who he was trying to catch up before the pit stops? Chung has gone through, so he's got a bit of a gap, I think, to catch back up to, and it looks like he's going to emerge in 6th position, I think, as Car is a little bit too far away to get a hold. So yeah, Byrne rejoins in 6th, so yeah, just to really confirm it, Rod, this strategy has not worked out for the championship leader, or current championship leader, I should say, because at the moment, if things stay as it is, Lopez will take the lead in the championship. It'll be his 4th victory of the season, which as a result will put him into the lead in the championship for the first time in a few races. But coming out of the final corner, and after an amazing drive, it is going to be Franco Lopez who wins the Austrian Grand Prix here at Spielberg. He gets revenge for losing the victory last season in 2021, and as a result, he now retakes the lead in the Drivers' Championship. Franco Lopez wins the race from George Roke in 2nd. Jake Galloway gets his 2nd podium of the season in 3rd, with Miklos Gau just missing out on the podium in 4th. Laura Chung makes it 9 out of 9 points, finishes in 5th, with Evan Byrne in 6th. Amar Kara disappointing 7th, just like with Byrne as well, disappointing from them. Roman Quire finishes in 8th, with David Kubok on the 1 stop in 9th, with Bartosz Kloss, an amazing comeback for him. He completes the final points position in 10th position.